Welcome to step 2 of our 10 steps to ultimate productivity course. Here I'll show you that what you used to think as a task might actually be a project when it requires more tasks to complete. You learn to create many more projects for yourself than you used to. Like it or not, you will become a project manager. We tend to think project managers as the guys who manage big investments, takeovers, or big deals. We're all project managers as we manage our day-to-day tasks and projects of our lives. Anything that requires more than one thing to do is a project. Here's a list of possible projects. Birthday for my brother. All the tasks that require organizing a birthday party. Presentation for a meeting. Things to prepare like outline, sketch, slides, clip art, and more. I guess you get the idea. It's easy to fall into the trap of adding a project as one task. And the task in our eyes becomes huge and unmanageable. That's why if something requires more steps, make it a project and divide it into small, manageable tasks. This happens to me all the time. Very often I convert a task to a project when I see it becoming bigger and more important and requiring at least 2 or 3 steps. I often start with a task and later escalate it to a project. I keep the names of my projects short, yet try to make them as descriptive as possible. When I started creating Nozbe, it was also my only project on the list. With the amount of different type of activities my application has created, I had to split this project into Nozbe development, Nozbe marketing, and many more. The thing is, I'd rather have more projects than less. Contrary to what you might think, more projects means more transparency. With more projects, I see all of my pending activities at one glance. With today's technology and apps like Nozbe, I can move tasks, notes, and files between projects easily with just a few clicks. And I do it very often. Nothing is set in stone. As the tasks get done, many projects change and morph and tasks migrate. I prefer co-projects to sub-projects. Hierarchy can be very limiting. I prefer to have similar projects on the side rather than sub-projects. This is why in Nozbe we have project labels that group projects together. Some of my projects have several labels, others have only one. My blog project can be filed under Nozbe label if it's a Nozbe's blog, as well as writing label that groups all of my writing activities together. Labeling projects help me maintain focus, something we talked about in step 1. With labels, I can filter the list of projects I want to see at each point in time. Even though I have around 50 active projects now, I can see only 5 to 10 at a time, depending on the label. I love to keep things simple. Adding priorities to projects or tasks feels like overcomplicating the picture. I prefer just to reorganize projects with drag and drop in Nozbe. Projects on the top of the list have higher priorities. That's it. And if I have trouble finding a particular project or prefer to have an ordered list, I can switch to the alphabetical order of the project list. Many productivity gurus suggest to keep your project list alphabetical. Some projects have a clear completion time, meaning they will be done at some point in time. Once all the tasks are done in these projects, I'll just mark them as complete and have them gone from my list. However, I also treat projects as lists, meaning that some projects like blogging ideas, being super dad, Nozbe marketing, are never going to end as these projects keep on receiving tasks all of the time. And that's okay too. Projects are not only tasks. Projects need reference or research material. In Nozbe, we use notes and files for that, and they are very important when you're doing a research for a project, for example. We also like other great apps like Dropbox and Evernote. That's why we have a built-in syncing mechanism with these apps. Files and notes in these apps appear to relevant projects in Nozbe automatically as reference material. To empower you to get your tasks and projects done, you can attach to tasks all of the reference materials you collected. You can simply comment on a task with a file, image, YouTube video, Evernote note, Dropbox file, whatever you want. So there you are, a project manager. That's right, it's a reality that all of us busy professionals must embrace. Being productive means cranking those tasks first and later getting the projects done. Are your tasks big and scary? Break them down into projects, slice them to pieces and get them done one by one. Collect your relevant reference material, and when you learn these habits well, you'll become a master project manager. Good luck!